short, they call it a leanover. Because it's not even enough time to lay down to sleep. Because you don't actually spend the whole 4, 5, 6 hours at the hotel. What it actually is 4, 5, maybe 6 hours in between flights. So by the time you get to the hotel and get behind your door, you have a fraction less amount of time. A lot of the times pilots will call these stand-ups instead of leanovers, instead of layovers, so you can see how it gets its name. And I have been doing these back to back since Friday, I think. I reported to my first one on Friday night. Tomorrow will be it's Monday, because it's past midnight. Yeah. So all weekend, starting Friday night, I have been doing this back to back, where I'll do a leanover, and on the first night was when I uploaded my last video, and knowing that I was going to be going into several days of back-to-back night flying, I intentionally did not try to sleep and take a nap in my hotel after I finished that video, in the hopes that I would be extra good and tired by the time I got home in the morning of Saturday. That way, I could sleep all day and then wake up Saturday evening, rinse and repeat. I was trying to set myself up for being nocturnal until Tuesday. Unfortunately, when I got home on Saturday morning and tried to sleep all day long, I just couldn't. I had some rest where I kept my body still, and I stayed in bed and with my eyes closed under the covers, snuggled up with my cats, and listening to ASMR relaxation videos, but I never actually fell asleep. So I was pretty tired going into Saturday night's leanover, which is why I did not post a video on Saturday, because I was a little bit brain fried on my flight to Omaha, which is where I was on Saturday. And I knew that the best choice for myself, my health, and my performance at work would be to just take a nap. So I finally did get a little bit of sleep. Now, we only had, I think, about 4 hours on Saturday, so the nap was a very short nap. But it was enough to refresh me for the flight home. And then I had a flight to Baltimore Saturday night. No. I got home on Sunday morning from Omaha. And then I did sleep. must have started on like Thursday because today's Monday. And I still have 2 trips left to talk about. This is what the night flying does to you. I have no idea what's going on. Let me check my work phone. Just right here. Yeah, okay. Wow. Okay, so it started on Thursday. Apparently I have no idea what's going on. The Bradley turn that I was talking about was actually a Leanover from last Friday. The last video I posted, I think, was from Baltimore, which was the Leanover I did on Thursday. And then I did the Omaha on Friday, going into Saturday. Yesterday was Saturday, and I did a Las Vegas turn, which is different from a Leanover. On a turn, you just go there and you go straight back. There's no hotel stay, there's no staying at all. You just go. We call it turn and burn because you get to go home. So that's what I did yesterday, Saturday night going into Sunday. And that was nice because my flight home from Las Vegas was a deadhead, which means I didn't have to work that leg. We were just passengers, paid to be passengers. So I tried to take a nap on the plane. I was hoping that if I slept for that 3 hours and a little bit extra on the plane, then I would be able to stay awake yesterday to do some laundry. I ended up not being able to sleep on the plane because at this point I had been nocturnal for like 3 days. So I did not sleep on the plane ride home from Vegas. I got home yesterday morning, which was Sunday morning. I slept all day, and then I got up again to do this Bradley turn, this Bradley Leanover that I am doing right now with a really great crew that I like a lot. And it is currently 12:39 a.m. and I need to leave this hotel at 4:55 a.m. So yeah, that's kind of how Leanovers work. I've been nocturnal since Thursday, and this is the last one that I will be doing. When it comes to doing Leanovers, I will only either do just a random one-off that I will pick up in my schedule, because they're easy to pick up because they only take technically 1 continuous calendar day to complete, which means if I only have 2 days off and I want some extra hours, it's very easy for me to just pick one of these up for a little bit of extra money. But I will only do them if I'm doing one, because, you know, if you don't sleep, but it's only for 1 day, then that really doesn't affect you all of that much. So I will only do these if it's just one, or if it's like how it has been since Thursday, where it's a good chunk of them, where I can just fully commit to being nocturnal for like 5 days, get into that schedule, as long as that chunk of time is immediately followed by days off. I've learned that I cannot slam straight back into being a daytime dweller after being nocturnal. I need a couple of days to switch back. So, fortunately, I have 3 days off after this, starting on because I will be back home tomorrow morning by around like 8 to 9 a.m. So then I'll have the rest of the day. And since I don't have work again tomorrow night, it doesn't really matter how tired I am. So after I finish this video, I am going to go take a nap. Actually, I'm going to try to sleep on this Leanover, because if I can get a nap in, that will help me power through staying awake all day tomorrow. And if I can stay awake all day tomorrow, then I can fall asleep all night tomorrow night and be back to being adjusted to daytime life for the next 3 days that I have off, which will be very helpful for me because I have just a cool, casual, approximately one lifetime's amount of laundry to get caught up on. And since I did such a good job cleaning my apartment so thoroughly on my last set of days off, I would like to use that clean slate to do some home improvements. So like I bought some acrylic drawers to help me organize my bathroom shelves, and some caddies for my shower, because right now all my shower products are just on the floor of my bathtub. Just small little home improvement things that will hopefully make organization easier so that my apartment can stay cleaner for longer. It's been a while since I've had a nice, good, clean slate of a nice, tidy apartment to work with, and it was such a huge weight off of my shoulders just having such a clean, empty space surrounding me every room of my apartment. So my goal for the next 3 days is to make small improvements to those small spaces that have clutter. You know, like I have a lot of clutter on my mantle, and I have a lot of clutter on my bathroom shelves, and that random drawer that we all have in our kitchen, our little trunk drawer. So my goal over the next couple of days is to streamline those kind of spaces in my home, because seeing them is an eyesore, and it's like just a little seedling to give yourself that permission to get messy again. So I want to get all of those small spaces organized and locked down so that it just helps me be that much firmer in staying on top of everything at home. I finally set up my little vacuum robot that I've had probably for, over a year. I think I bought it when I still lived in San Diego and never opened it, because I thought that the robot mapped your apartment and then learned a route. So if you didn't have your apartment like furnished, then whenever you changed the setup, it would throw off the robot. Turns out that that's not how it works, but once I finally decluttered all of the surfaces in my house, I set up the little robot vacuum, which has been making a huge difference. And all of the laundry that was all over my floor was the biggest barrier to getting started on cleaning my place, because seeing it all over was really overwhelming me and making me procrastinate. So what I did is I just literally shoved all of it into the closet. And once it was out of sight, I was able to focus on the other tasks that were easier to manage and tackle. And now it's the only thing left for me to do, so I'm not even going to do all of it. As I start gathering loads of laundry that I'm actually clothes, I'm gonna throw out a lot of it. I'll donate what's not ratty, and whatever clothing that I have that I don't want anymore that would actually be useful to somebody else, I will donate. But a lot of my clothes are very old, very ratty. They're not nice. A lot of my t-shirts that I wear are just like free t-shirts that I get when I make blood donations. So it's not the kind of clothes that anybody who's in need would want to wear. So I'm not going to just shove them off at the Goodwill. But I've decided that I need less clothing. It's kind of the way that I got less dishes. In my apartment, I have one bowl, one plate, one fork, one spoon, one knife. I've talked about this before. Because it forces me to clean it if I want to eat again. Because I'm a single gal and I live alone, and if I have tons of dishes, I'll just simply grab another dish to eat out of until it's been a week and my sink is full of dishes piled up. I need to start doing the same thing with my clothes. I get very easily overwhelmed. I have very bad executive dysfunction sometimes, and I've always been a procrastinator, so what I want to do is just get my wardrobe down to like one business casual outfit. I mean, what's good now is, now that I'm a flight attendant, I have a career. I used to have jobs, and I would job hop frequently. Now I have a career. I do something now that I want to do for the rest of my life. And I wear uniforms at work, so I really don't need office clothing anymore like I used to when I worked office jobs full time. And I have one closet that is just my flight attendant uniforms, and I want to keep one good business casual outfit just for the occasional, like sometimes my work will do events and parties, like when they celebrated my 1-year anniversary with the company. So just if I ever attend like seminars or things like that at work where I don't have to be in uniform, I want to keep one business casual outfit. And then I want to keep one like casual dress that I can sort of dress up a little bit if I'm gonna like go out to dinner or something. And besides that, I want to get my wardrobe down to like 5 pairs of the same pants and 5 t-shirts that I already own that I would like to keep, and then 2 sweat outfits, and so that like I could wear like the Dickies. I have a bunch of Dickies because that's what I wore, was black Dickies when I went to flight attendant training. So I'll keep like 5 pairs of those, and then I'll narrow down like my 5 favorite t-shirts. Very likely they're all gonna be band t-shirts. And then I'll keep, obviously I'll keep my outerwear because I live in Minnesota now and it's chilly. And then when I was at Walmart the other day, I bought a sweatpants and sweatshirt combo for very cheap. I want to go get one more of those, and those can be like my weekend outfits. And then I do really need to get back in shape, so I will keep like 2 drawers full of athletic clothes, and then all the rest of it I want to get rid of so I have less stuff to maintain and stay on top of, especially being a flight attendant and being gone so much. For as much of a bad procrastinator I am, I used to not have an excuse. Like, I used to be home every day, and when things piled up, it was just because I'm kind of lazy. But now that I'm a flight attendant, still a procrastinator? Yes. Am I still lazy when it comes to doing things that I don't like to do, like laundry and cleaning? Yes. But is it also very, very much harder to maintain things when I'm gone, like half the time or more than half of the time? For example, next month, my schedule for March, I have a total of 5 days that I'm not working, and that's by design. I need to make money, and I love my job, and I'm gonna work a lot. But if you're only home for 5 days at a time, and for all the days leading up to and after those days off, you have been and will be flying all over at different times of day through different time zones, then you can almost discount the first and last day off that you have, because those are going to be days that you either are going to need to succumb to rest, or if you try to power through, you won't be as productive as you normally would be, just because you're tired. So you have to be really frugal with your energy and really disciplined with your time when you do have it to accomplish the things that you need to get done outside of work. And so to simplify that, I just want to have less shit. So instead of doing all of the laundry that's dirty, I'm gonna go through it and get rid of hopefully at least half of my clothes. And that way, when it's time to do laundry, ideally it'll only be like 3 loads plus bed sheets, and that will be all of the clothing that I own. That would be ideal. Because with the way that it is now, because I have outfits that I can keep wearing when clothes get dirty, that's what I do. I just pick a different outfit and a different outfit and a different outfit until all of a sudden I am out of clothes. I will literally wear all of my clothes until they are all dirty and I have no more clothes, and then that will force me to finally do the laundry. And because my building only has one washer, one dryer in the basement, and it's 3 stories down, that in my brain seems very cumbersome to spend several days literally doing nothing but that, just so I can get through all of my laundry. So what I end up doing is paying about triple the cost to pile all of it into my car and go to a laundromat where I can use like 12 washers at one time to get it all done in a matter of hours instead of a matter of days. And it's just not efficient. So I need less. The key to my life right now is the less stuff that I can have physically, possessions-wise, is gonna be the easiest. So I am excited to do that because it's been a long time since everything else, aside from these little nitpicky tasks, has been in order. But now that my apartment is nice and clean and I'm gonna get everything so organized, now I can really start making some changes that are gonna set me up for better patterns. I need better habits. Now that I've flown and been a flight attendant long enough to know what kind of schedules I like, and I have the seniority to be able to bid for and become awarded with those schedules, I've hit a groove, like with work, right? Now I need to build a new groove with my life outside of work so that they can coexist together, so that I don't have to always be spending my entirety of my days off from work just playing catch up at home. I need everything to function together so that I can have a life outside of those things. So I can take better care of myself, start exercising again, things like that. So stresses. Somebody had commented that my schedule sounds crazy. So this video really dives into what life is like as a flight attendant and the process that I'm going through of trying to learn how to manage this entire lifestyle. So hopefully you found that interesting. And if you are anything like me, where you're a procrastinator and can also admit that you're a little bit lazy when it comes to doing the things that aren't fun and that you don't want to do but that you have to do, maybe you can leave me a comment with any little tips and tricks that you have found that help you balance your busy life. You know, things like I'm talking about, where it's like having less clothes, fewer things to manage. What other tips have you found that help you keep your life running smoothly? I would love to hear from you, your advice about that, because I definitely can use it. There's a lot of creaks and cracking in this building, this hotel that I'm in. I can hear it settling. So hopefully that was not